This movie's directed by Peter Berg. The last time he made a movie, we got Battleship. Is this better than that? Obviously, because it's hard to do worse than that movie, but is it a good movie? Wait and find out. Hey you guys, what are you doing over there? Come on, we gotta go, we gotta get out of here. There's only 4 of us, we're getting shot at, we might all die. Except for me, of course, I'm the lone survivor. The rest of you is probably dead. Yeah. What? I don't know why I insist on doing that impression. It's not good. Lone Survivor stars Mark Wahlberg, Taylor Kitsch, Emile Hirsch, Ben Foster, Eric Bana, and is directed by Peter Berg, who previously made such movies as The Kingdom, which is another war movie I have not seen. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it. I have no clue if that's even a good movie or not. But he also made The Rundown, which is a fun little action movie with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. But he made the cinematic atrocity known as Battleship. I don't know how much to blame him for that. Hasbro wanted another Transformers. They gave it to him, and you got an awful movie, even worse than the Transformers, except for maybe number 2. You didn't get alien testicles on the water, but you did get so many explosions it numbs your brain until it slid out of your ears. But something to note that you could tell from Battleship, and this movie very obviously shows how much love, admiration, and respect Peter Berg has for the military. I mean, he respects them. He wants to make them all super heroic and badasses, because they are. In reality, military, the Army, Marines, all of them, they're just awesome badasses, and my God, I don't know what they get paid. Pay them 3 times as much, because they're just heroes that go above and beyond, as proved in this movie, based on the true story of Marcus Luttrell, who's Mark Wahlberg's character, who is the only survivor. Him and 3 other guys, there's just 4 guys off in Afghanistan on a mission. Things go bad, and they're just kind of fighting to survive as long as they can and get out of there, and you get a very brutal, true story, and it's just, my God, the fact that this is true. Like, these guys are, unfortunately, they're just getting beat to shit throughout this whole time. You get a long setup for maybe a half hour or something, and then once the shit hits the fan, they are just getting so hurt, getting finger shot off. Marky Mark gets shot in the ass. The legs are breaking. They're rolling down hills, cracking how many bones. It is brutal, gruesome, and it is intense, this movie. In theaters, that's what you need. That's the perfect audio experience, because there's just explosions and bullets ricocheting left and right. I honestly felt like I was right in there with them. And Peter Berg had a lot of great direction in this movie, as opposed to Battleship, whereas generic Transformers want to be bullshit. And another funny thing, this movie's only 14A. In America, I believe it's rated R, but here in Canada, it's only 14A. If you're 14, you can watch this. You know, I think that's fine. But it's just so odd that, like, Canada's so lenient, where it's like, you know what, they probably say the F word about a couple hundred times, and there's brains and blood everywhere. But, you know, you're 14, go and watch it, it's funny. But like I said, the action in this movie, it is unforgiving. You see people get their brains blown out, there's blood everywhere. It's not, like, over the top, it's like realistic gore. And the firefights in this movie, it's technically like just one really long one, and it is, like I said, very intense. You're on the edge of your seat the whole movie. Luckily, there's a time or two where you get to catch your breath, and it's pretty emotional, because you don't exactly know these characters, but they're not even types. It's like, okay, these are the guys, you know the actors. We're going to spend the first 30 minutes or so kind of understanding what it is they do and what they're doing with their life outside the Marines, and now you got to see them just get horribly beaten to nothing. And the actors in this movie, like I said, if you like the actors, you're going to want to care about them. Mark Wahlberg. I always call him Mark. He's Mark Wahlberg. I'm sorry. Don't kick my ass, please. But he's like one of my favorite actors. He's just so damn likable. He's just awesome. And, you know, Ben Foster, he's really great in a lot of stuff. He was also in Contraband with Mark Wahlberg. We won't talk about that, though, because that's a piece of shit. Emile Hirsch, I haven't seen him in much. I know him mostly from Killer Joe, if you remember that Matthew McConaughey movie. Emile Hirsch was pretty good in that. I love Killer Joe. That movie's awesome. And Taylor Kitsch, the star of Battleship, who also acted in such things as X-Men Origins, Wolverine, Savages, and John Carter. Yeah, to say the least, I don't like this guy. I hate every movie he's in. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's in something that's actually good. But, Gambit and X-Men Origins Wolverine, written terrible, acted terrible, Battleship, garbage, okay? I hate that movie. I'm like, Taylor Kitsch is the one guy out of this cast of, like, the four soldiers that's probably, when's he get shot? But you know what? Good job, Peter Berg. You redeemed Taylor Kitsch. I haven't seen Friday Night Lights, so I don't know. But I liked him in this. I thought he was very heroic and likable, and he was awesome, I thought. And it was like Peter Berg and him made Battleship, and then he's like, no, come back. Before your career's completely dead, let me save it, okay? I'll put you in this. You'll be okay again, okay? It's a good movie, trust me. And it was, so he kind of saved Taylor Kitsch's career from complete meltdown, which is kind of where it was before this movie. The real-life Marcus Luttrell was in this. I thought that was awesome. I knew what he looked like before because I'd seen him in an interview or two. So I was watching the movie, I was like, hey, that's the real-life Marcus Luttrell. And he was basically a soldier that was kind of hanging out with Mark Wahlberg and the others in a scene or two. And so, yeah, I thought that was really fun that he was in the movie, and I was like, Peter Berg, paying homage to the real-life heroes. This is a pretty powerful movie, I'd say, on the just action and then just the kind of, you're watching a true story and you kind of get that, and it's pretty heroic, though, you gotta say, like Mark Wahlberg and the other three. Man, these guys are awesome, and what they went through, I can't discuss it, really. I don't want to spoil it, but holy crap. And a lot of credit to Peter Berg, I gotta say. I'm so happy he made a good movie, because, the rundown, I thought it was fine. It was a little cheesy and generic, but it's fun for the most part in Battleship. That movie didn't happen, okay? I don't want to talk about it. But this one, he's got really good direction. The action is filmed all great. And like I said, the respect he has for military people, he shows it. He makes them all look like badasses. And I loved his direction in this movie. I thought it was really good. Another Mark Wahlberg war movie. Well, I guess he's second starring, but Mark Wahlberg war movie pretty much. So I need to watch that, see how good that one is. But yeah, I really didn't dig Lone Survivor. It was pretty badass. I mean, it's kind of like Gravity, where it puts you in a situation you don't know the characters too well, but just the situation itself keeps you so involved and engrossed in the film that you gotta respect it for that. I'd give Lone Survivor an A-. This is a really awesome war movie. Definitely check it out. If you guys like this review, like or subscribe, comment below, tell me what's your favorite war movie. Mine, I want to say Saving Private Ryan, but you know what? It's not. I gotta say, like the first scene, the Battle of Normandy, okay, then the rest of the movie, it never has me engrossed as much as the opening scene, and it loses me a little. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not my favorite. I'd go with The Hurt Locker or Platoon. Unless I can think of something else, I'd say Lone Survivor is my favorite war movie. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.